All right, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name is Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. Guys, I did a live stream, just finished a live stream with my Discord, and I think it was about 48 minutes long, guys, but lots of good information all the way to the end of it. Good interaction there. We had a lot of fun. Just want to give you a sneak peek into the Discord. If you're interested and you want to see what it's like, I'd love to just let you see what it's like. So if you'd like to come on into the Discord, love to have you. We're in the middle of the month. If you wait a week or so, you'll get the last month free, the last week of the month free if you want to wait. Otherwise, you can just jump right in, and we'd love to have you. So anyway, what's going to follow is the live Discord that we just did this evening's live. So hope it helps you guys in your trading. Again, it's not financial advice, just how we look at the market and how we set up our trades and see what the market may be doing. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Leave some love in the comments and like, subscribe, do all that jazz. And welcome if you're brand new. I hope you enjoyed the video. Good afternoon. It's April 19th, 2000 what? It's 2022. It's the evening update. All right, guys. Looking for a short. This is the way I'm seeing the market at this moment. Unless the market changes my mind in some way, which it's allowed to. I see this as a finished wave. It's done. It's kaput. It's finished. Up here, 5-minute chart. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5, the fifth wave. I'm looking at this right here as an A, B, and a C right there. So if that's an ABC, which it is, we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think we're going to get a higher high. It's not my anticipation. However, I'm prepared for that possibility. But I don't think we'll get a higher high. We have nice, on the 30-minute chart, there it is. We got nice divergence. It's beautiful. On the 30-minute chart here, between the third and the fifth wave, it's beauty. We also have, do we have divergence? No, there's no divergence there. So it looks like we got a leading diagonal in the 1-minute time frame from the downside. That's what's got me thinking down right now. Looks like a leading diag. Looks like a 5-wave, a 3-wave, a 5-wave, and a 3-wave, and then another 5-wave. With an ending diag right here for the 5th wave. Pretty interesting. But it looks like a nice leader. Okay, if that's a leading diag. Now, it also could be an ABC, granted. Okay, so how would you count it? If it's not a leading diagonal, it's an ABC. But if it's a leading diag, looking for A, B, and now I want to see the C wave get up here. Okay, looking for the C wave to get on up. I don't want to see it break the top here. Okay. Don't want to see it break the top right here. Line of death for this is, so if my count is correct, this is a 1. This is a wave 2. Wave 2 can't overtake the origin of wave 1. Okay, we're looking for a downward move. If it does overtake that, then this wasn't a 1-2 to the downside. It is something else. Question is, what is it? We'll have to wait and see what it is.
It still could be the 5th of the 5th, could it not? So I'm still looking at that. I'm having trouble reconciling the first little uptick.
I don't think so, based on the shape of the wave and the proportionality of what's being created now. Looks more like an AB leading diag with an ABC going up. So that's my first, and that would be my first go-to. Now, would I hold open the idea that maybe it could be the 5th of the 5th? Yeah, but the problem with that count here, and why I don't gravitate to it, is proportionality and size. Okay, this is a really big 1-2. That means the 5th wave, it's just this 5th of the 5th doesn't match this wave. This wave would have to be that big if it's going to be the 5th wave. Go ahead.
But the thing you have coming down here, it could be 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down. So your 2 wave is actually where it might be ending. No? And then this is the 1-2 up.
Not tracking with you, no. Try again.
So, so your 1-2 is actually the BC wave that I would
Right
say.
here.
Like this is 1-2 would be up, going back
What
up to
time
your A
what time frame?
on this time frame.
Okay.
I'm
This
saying that the whole move you're looking at is basically an ABC, and that now this is the start of the next wave, if that's possible.
Oh.
Can I use one of your computers?
Can I do my live without being interrupted?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll talk to you after. Sorry,
I
buddy.
thought you were talking to me for a second.
No, I was talking to my son. It's just like I'll be doing my live. He knows I'm doing my live, and then he comes and asks me a question. I'm just like, come on, man, come on. I do this every day at this time frame. Okay, no, I would not be inclined to look at this as A, B, C. It doesn't have the proportionality, nor does it have the wave count.
Okay.
C is generally that, at least 1-to-1. C is generally the bigger of the three. Yes, it can be a running flat, but this did not. The B wave didn't overtake A, and this is 5 waves and not 3 waves. So if you're going to call that B, it's 5. So we might have a bigger B. So if you want to say that, A, B, and C, now that becomes A, B, and C. Bigger, maybe. That supports the wave count or the wave structure, but no, I think we have a very, very nice end of a wave. It's perfect right here. Doesn't look like 3 waves at all. Looks like a triangle. For the 4th, it's beautiful. Got a triangle for the 4th right here. Come on. There we go. We got A, B, C, D, E. Beautiful. Then a 5th wave move to the top, which is exactly how they play. They spike the top and then they reverse back down. This came down in an impulse wave. There's 5 waves with a 3-wave pullback. Okay, another 5 waves I can count with a pullback, and then another 5 waves I can count. So that to me is a leading diagonal, almost certainly. But again, I'm prepared to be wrong on that. This looks like 5 waves to the upside, and then a 3-wave move to the downside right here. There's A, there's B, and now we have C. 5 waves in C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. And now I'm looking for A, B, and now I'm looking for C. Unless this B wave gets more complex, then it's possible. So if this B wave gets more complex and takes out this low or comes down to this low a little deeper, I guess that's possible. In other words, this could be doing this. Boom, boom, boom. And then up. So that would be a W, X, and a Y. For a B wave, which I wouldn't put it past market makers to do such a thing. Then a 5-wave move to the upside, what I'd be expecting. Kind of looks like that's what's happening here. I got an impulse, I got a 3-way pullback. Probably get another move down. So let's pull the fibs on that and see if that happens. W, X, Y. Y cannot break the origin of A here. I mean, I guess it could, but I wouldn't like to see that because this looks like 5, not 3. So I don't want to see anything break this low if it's a complex correction. In other words, if this is making some kind of A, B, C like that to the upside. So if it gets complex, it's possible. But at any rate, all the things I'm sharing here as a 1-2 and all the different formations there, it gets invalidated the moment this top gets broken. So here's my yellow line of death up here. And we'll have to look at it differently if that top gets broken. Well, I'll have to look at that as an ABC. I'll count this as an extended 5th wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C wave, which is the other way to count this. As an A, B, and then C right there. And this is going to be a 1-2 to the upside, getting another impulse. Should be going up from there. Unless this becomes more complex. I just, I'm not feeling it. This is a very, very nice end of a wave. But we could be making a larger wave 4. So let me show you what that could look like.
One other thing I had about this is I thought the divergence was created by the third of the third and the third of the fifth. But the divergence being created right now is at the peak of what we call the fifth wave, not at its third, which is throwing me off on searching for the final wave count, I guess.
Okay, so the divergence is created by the end of the third wave and the end of the fifth wave. Now, there are different time frames in which you can see divergence. Also, flats can cause divergence, which confuses people a lot of the times. So let me walk you through this divergence and show you, how I'm looking at this wave right now. See if it can help you. Appreciate your good questions. It's time. You got to understand time frames. Wave. What? I can't get it out. I can't spit it out. You have to learn to look at the RSI, the proper time frame. This is something I've been trying to teach you guys lately. So right now, the 30-minute lets you see the divergence nicely. I get this entire wave comes up and hits on the third for the highest peak, which is what you want to see. The third will make the highest peak in the RSI, should. Okay, then you get a pullback, all right? And then you get another hit that makes a lower low, all right? And that's the fifth wave, okay? Now, if you want to see, so this is the divergence I want to see, okay? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks done to me. You say, well, Jim, this isn't a great count. This looks like a 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just gonna right now kind of submit to the general shape and fibs. I'm right here at the 1414. I've got a beautiful shape here. It looks done to me. It is, for all intents and purposes, it looks done. However, if you want to look at this as a 5-wave move right here, you'd have to take it down to a time frame where you see this RSI move from the bottom to the top. Make sense? So we need to go backwards in time. So go into the 10-minute chart. I'm not seeing it. Let's see. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Yeah, I mean, the 10-minute. The 5 minutes going to give it to you here. The best I can see it. So I know there's a lot of chopping here. We're just going to kind of ignore that a little bit. And we're going to look at this move right here, up to here. You'll notice that this peak corresponds with this peak. I have a triangle that I have said that's wave 4, and then another spike. And what you'll notice on this time frame is you see the divergence there, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that's letting you know that this move right here is 5 waves that's completed. Okay? So when I look at it, when I just generally overall look at it, I got a 1, 2. 1 sucks really bad. Okay? But we're going to ignore it because I don't know what else to do with it. Okay? Then we have a 3 wave that taps out right here, gives you a 4th wave, and then a 5th wave move. That looks like a good impulse to me. On the higher time frames, I'm seeing what I want to see. On the 30-minute, I'm seeing that divergence there. It looks good. Now, when I go to the 1 minute time frame and look at the nature of this wave, it looks very impulsive. That looks like a leading diag. That's a beautiful move. Then I had an impulse, a three-way pullback, looking for this to finish its impulse to the upside. So I'm guessing we're going to get some kind of, oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to retest this high. So if that happens, great. I've got an A, B, C. There's your short. There's your stop. It's very, very difficult to find the top of a wave doing Elliott analysis. This is very challenging, what we're doing here. And often, even if you think there needs to be another high, I say it all the time, it's that elusive it's the last hit. You think you need a last hit. Well, the fact that we have flagged out sideways here is letting me know more than likely this structure is out of, if this is going to be a fourth wave and we need one more hit to the high, it's gotten out of proportion. It's not in proportionality with the rest of its wave. It's kind of lost that proportionality. So I'm inclined to say this is the first wave down. I'm looking for A, B, C, second wave, and then we're going to go. So that's my primary analysis. I always have a healthy skepticism of my analysis. But those are the reasons why I have counted this wave as I've counted it and why I'm trading it the way I traded it. I went ahead and went short at the top of this wave here. I went ahead and went short there. Actually, it was at the top of this peak. It hit me one more time and then came down. I went short there because I was saying this came up deep enough to be a three wave all by itself. Sometimes you'll get a pullback that's, it's deep enough to be it. But then I watched carefully the structure that this wave created right here. And to me, it made a three wave move on the 5 minute time frame or 3 minute time frame. 5 minute, not so great. 3 minute gives you a really good view of it. 2 minute might even give you a better view. And it gave me divergence here between the fourth and the fifth of C here. Gave me exaggerated bullish divergence. Especially you see it on the 3 minute time frame there, even better. So I liked that move as an ABC, and I liked the divergence I saw there. So I cut my short, and I went long for this wave because I figured, okay, we got 5 up, we got 3 down, should get another 5 up. So I went ahead and scalped it to see, So I'm really trading opposite of what I think I should be trading. Should have just waited for that to happen and taken the short. But that was my thinking today as I played around with this. I was watching this wave structure develop, and it looked very three wave-ish. And it started to give me an engulfing candle here. So, okay. So, anyway, it's kind of where I am now. I'm waiting for the C wave to develop. So it's 2 hours between. It's an hour and 40 minutes to the candle close on the daily. I imagine it may take an hour and 40 minutes for this wave to develop to the upside. Maybe it could develop faster than that, but I'm looking to see if we get 3 waves that does not break this top. If we get that, then I'm going to be entering short in this range with my stop up here somewhere, or my hedge placed up here somewhere. Today I entered into a hedge that was a bad hedge. Would you guys like to know how I navigated it into profit today? Does anybody care?
Sure.
Do you guys remember this morning how I said I had a hedge at the break of that high? If you watch this morning's live, I said that. I put a market order up there, conditional market order for if this. I was protecting against a really big candle to the upside. I didn't want to see that. Well, when it rejected and came back down, I didn't close that for a loss. Here's what I did. I watched this wave develop because here's what I know. This wave is going to come down in how many waves, guys?
At least 3, right?
At least 3, minimum of 3. So I saw this right here. Okay. Now I was also in a short, by the way. I was also in a short. But I saw this and I said, oh, okay. So here's my short entry somewhere in here. Here's my long entry. My short was in profit. I watched it a little longer. And the moment I realized that this was a leading diag, the moment that hit me, once I saw it, I closed my short right in this range. It was like right on this candle. Okay, I closed my short and I doubled up on my, I actually just inverted my short and doubled up on my long. So my long was here. I added another bullet to it and brought my position here, right in the middle. When this came up to break even, I was up a couple of bucks. I took profit on the long. Didn't lose anything on that hedge. I actually shorted this wave, made $5 or something, made some small amount. And then once I noticed that was 3 waves, I actually took the long up here. So that's what I did today. But that's how I negated. I didn't, lose any money on that little hedge trade. Once I recognized the structure that I was familiar with, and the RSI was looking cooked, and it also looked like everything I was looking for. I had a break of that structure there. I was like, oh, this is good. And so I took that and was able to get out break even. So anyway, that's how I managed that sucker today, if anybody's interested. And so right now I'm long from, what's my entry? My entry was 41,266. Right in here. Right in there. So if it goes up here, I'll get like almost 1%. It's almost 1%, one of those 1% trades. I said, why not? Check off a couple of boxes, but the real trade I want to see, guys, the real trade I want is this ABC. I want that short. So that's what I'm watching for. Wrong or right, that's what I'm trading. And I'll be prepared to be wrong. If I get wrong, I will enter a hedge. If we break this top, I will have a hedge position in play. That'll be my stop. And so it's kind of where I am. What you want? What do you want? You want to go outside? Cat wants to go outside. Hold on. Leave me alone. All right, guys. Let's talk macro. I shared 2 ideas this evening, or this morning, I should say. Let me refresh your understanding of those. If I'm right about this being a flat, guys, look how beautiful the flat is. I mean, just look how gorgeous that structure is. This is going to be a fantabulous short. Just gorgeous.
Or disastrous.
Or disastrous, right, if it's not a short. But it's not going to be disastrous. Why? Because we got stops. I mean, our entry, we know our entry is on the 1 minute time frame, right? And we know where the stop is, and it's not really that far away. So yeah,
I meant for everyone else.
Oh, yeah. What, a bad short for everybody? Everybody who's long, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So with that said, it's just a beautiful structure. I'm looking at that structure as wave 4 of the impulse from the top. And I've been going back and forth on this being a 1-2, where my 1-2 is, guys. Remember that. I've been looking at this as a 4-5, truncated 5th, and bringing my 1 over here. So it's possible that our 1 wave is actually right here. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. It still works okay. Still works fine. Okay. And then we need the 5th wave to the downside. If for some reason this wave wants to come up and start breaking the 1618, getting up here to the 238, It can still be a flat. I want to remind you guys. But if it's a flat, I no longer believe it's wave 4. I mean, excuse me. If it's an extended flat, I will no longer look at this wave like it's a wave 4. I will look at it as if it's a wave X. That means I'll go back to this and say, this is probably a wave W. Sorry, I didn't draw that very well. This 3-wave right to here will be a wave W. This is wave X. Then I'll be looking for a wave Y to the downside. So that's my contingency plan. If this wave decides it wants to start impulsing higher and making an extended flat. So guys, you need to be ready for that move because that's a possibility. Okay, so let me clear my chart and show you what the count would be. Let me show you what the count is if I'm right about this being a wave 4. Let me do that count first. This will be W, A, B, C. I'm waiting for the 5th wave of C for the X. Then I'll be looking for Y. Okay? Let me draw the ABC there. Here's the count. Okay? If this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 of C wave. Everybody understand that pretty well? We'd be looking for this to come break this low here, and then shoot up. Well, it won't shoot up, but it'll go up for a Y wave, most likely. If it decides it wants to come down deeper and this 5th wave gets extended and it comes down 90% of the W wave, we're going to change that from a W wave to an A wave. And we're going to call this a larger flat. If this wave wants to come deeper. We'll cross that bridge when it's time. Everybody understand the implications of this count and what we're looking at and talking about here for what I've been talking about for the last 20, 30 minutes? So thinking this flat's about finished, looking for the 5th wave to the downside. But it looks, where's Seth when you need him to say it's too good?
It's too pretty.
It is quite pretty, guys. It's quite pretty. Is it too pretty? So if it's too pretty, here's my more ugly trade idea. That we're gonna put our W wave instead of right here, we're gonna put our W wave right here. Okay? That this whole thing is 3 waves right there. We're gonna then look at this. We're gonna probably look for a bigger X wave than this. Okay? So more than likely, this will become a 3-wave W there. If this becomes bigger and goes up higher, we'll look at that as an X. And then we'll look for a Y wave. And those 3 waves will be the WXY. Okay? Now again, if this comes all the... So the difference between the two counts really is how high does this flat come? Okay? Does this go up here to the 2618 extension? Or does it stop where we are in reverse? Just depends. So if this wave gets higher, then we're going to be looking at this short here. Okay, this move to the downside, we'll be looking for that. Now, if that comes all the way down 90% of our W wave, we'll cancel that WXY and we'll label it an A wave. This will be B, and we'll be looking for a larger flat C. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So the distinguishing factor then between the two counts that I just shared is how high does this wave go? Does it continue up and extend this wave to a larger and bigger extension, or does it stay around in this range, maybe no higher than the 618 or the 1618 extension? So I'm going to pull the extension. Boom, boom, boom. I don't want to see this wave get up much higher than the 1618. If it starts to go higher, I'm going to look at this as too big for a wave 4, and I'm going to want to call it an X wave of some kind instead. I'll still be looking for a short, but it'll be from higher targets. Let's talk about an argument for this count, an upward count. One of the arguments is, hey, look at the hidden bullish divergence you see on this time frame. Do you see it? The hidden bull, I mean, this is price has barely moved, whereas the RSI has come back down and almost reset. So one might argue that, hey, look, there's hidden bullish divergence on the 15-minute or the 10-minute chart. It's not great. It's not a great argument, but it's an argument nonetheless. Looking on the 30-minute chart, what kind of divergence do you see? That seems pretty powerful. See this wave right here? Woo! Okay, see this same wave here? Okay. Go to the 90-minute chart, you can kind of see it better. What is that called? That's divergence, but what kind?
Polar bear.
It's bearish, but what kind of bearish divergence?
Exaggerated.
Yeah, exaggerated or hidden. Actually, this is technically hidden from this peak here. And that peak there. That's hidden divergence there. Now, we don't have that same divergence from the highest peak yet. But we do have it from the secondary peak. So, anyway, if this wave comes up a little higher, it may be inclined to take that divergence. Well, it won't take the divergence out from the higher peak, but certainly it'll take out. Well, it wouldn't even take out divergence there, but it'll maintain it. So I'm still looking for a down move, even if we get up here to the higher extensions. Remember, flat can go all the way up to the 2618. Now, I don't know if it's going to or not. It could. So I'm currently long. Again, I'm not long for long. Isn't that funny? I'm not long for long. But I'm long for a 3-wave ABC on the 1-minute time frame. A, B, C. I'm going to take my profit somewhere around the 1-to-1 extension. Unless she just gets up and goes so fast that I would be a fool to let it go. And if it starts going up and breaking the highs and stuff, then I'm going to hold it for a little bit. But looking for, so I wouldn't, guys, make sure your stop is up here, okay? Make sure your stop is up here, because otherwise this is not a 1-2. And then we're looking for 3. That would not be the case. It would be something else. So make sure you set a hedge or a stop for your short if you are short here. Okay? So back to the higher time frame. Yeah, look at the 4-hour even. You got the hidden bear on the 4-hour as well. So hidden bearish divergence on the 4-hour, guys, looking decent for a short. I like it. It looks good. Seth, how good? Come on, man. You got to be ready. Who else is here with a mic? Who can do the low raspy? You got to do it with the low raspy voice.
I can't do that.
Let's hear you try, Delore. We need a laugh. Go ahead. Your best Clint Eastwood.
Too good.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes. You're such a sport, man.
That's about as close as I can get.
No, I think it's great, man. You're such a sport. I love it. Thank you, man.
Too good.
FOMC. Do we have FOMC? No FOMC tomorrow. There was.
I was wondering. You had a page up before when I couldn't talk. It was about the open longs and shorts. Where was that? Is it posted somewhere?
I got somebody messaged it to me this morning. Marius messaged it to me. I will give you the link.
Yes, please. I want to see if that has an API.
Coinglass.com. Coinglass.com. It doesn't appear to be a paid site. So I just bookmarked it.
Wine glass API reference. Excellent. It does have an API. Perfect.
What's an? I know what an API is, but why would you need an API for this one?
It's really nice for some of the, like, I have things that help me trade, like the previous strategies that I have, not Elliott Wave, obviously, because I'm still new at that.
Yeah.
But in a lot of them, I make use of public APIs everywhere, and this is an excellent contrarian indicator, because if more people are long, it stands to reason that market makers would want to take short, right?
Yeah.
And amongst other signals, I don't have one like this. So if I can get like a broad record of all the longs and shorts or the general consensus of the market, I can use it for sentiment analysis, which is really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I use I used to use the IG sentiment, but they stopped posting Bitcoin, or I can't find it at least. IG client sentiment kind of lets you know on the different coins. You know, like people are bearish. I mean, people are blue is bull, red is bear. So people are really bullish on gold and silver right now. Only 22% of positions in gold are short. So that means their position is that they take a bearish position in gold and silver, because most of the IG traders are long in gold and silver.
The funny thing is, as far as gold and silver would go, I wouldn't agree with the contrarian indicator in this case, because what Russia did was ridiculous, frankly, and it's going to mess everything up. So I don't know if you could, like, every indicator is with a grain of salt, of course, right? But in this case, I don't know that anyone knows what Russia pegging its currency to gold will do. And it's definitely not nothing.
Right. We'll see. We will see. All right. I feel like I've covered everything, but I feel like I was going to talk about something, but I can't remember. Does everybody feel good about the trade setup here? What to look for? I think I've shared how I'm trading it right now. So just to recap, to make myself feel like, just to beat a dead horse, if this flat, which I believe is a flat, gets extended higher, I'm going to look at the WXY idea, not a wave 4 idea. Does everybody get that? Everybody understand? It doesn't mean we're not coming down. It just means that we're going to come down differently. Okay? Questions about that? Now, as long as we reverse in this range right here, somewhere in the current range, then I'm looking at this as wave 4. That means this ABC is going to be some kind of wave 4 that I could start to count right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. And we finish the 5th wave. We come down. We break this low. I mean, all kinds of glorious things happen here, and we have a nice short. How many? If we get it, what kind of percentage are we looking for? Oh, something like 10. Excuse me, a 10% move. So there's a possibility. Okay? So those are the two ideas that I'm wrestling with right now. Either way, I'm seeing this. Man, I got the hiccups. As a short. Let me be a contrarian to both of those ideas and offer one more idea. If for some reason this was the bottom of a wave, then what is this wave right here? It's some kind of initial 5-wave move, right? What do we expect to see? Some kind of a 3-wave pullback and then a continuation. So even if we start coming down here, we're going to pay attention to how does it come down? Does it come down in 3? Does it reset the RSI but doesn't reset the price? Does it give me hidden bull divergence? Things like that. If it comes down in 3 waves, okay, then I'm going to be looking to take a long off of it to the upside as a contrarian view to the things that I just shared with you. This is some kind of a 1, 2, or an A, B, and we're going to get a C or a 3 to the upside. So I'm going to be
How
on
would that look for Ethereum?
same, because the Ethereum chart is almost identical here. Looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. If for some reason this was the end of something, this is the first wave, we'd be looking for some kind of a 3-wave pullback and a continuation. That's a contrarian view to what I'm sharing here.
XRP real quick.
XRP. So I'm looking for a down move in XRP. So I'd like to, I see this 3-wave move. Maybe this is a 3-wave. Looking for another 3-wave down. Okay, this is going to correlate with Bitcoin's down move. And then once Bitcoin finishes this down move, well, so this would coincide with XRP's down move that I just drew. And then when Bitcoin starts going up for the C wave, well, that's not very good. So if this is W, this is X, and we start going up for Y, then I see XRP going up with it.
What about if Bitcoin, like you said, if it gets too extended to the upside, how would that look for XRP?
Well, then we'd see XRP kind of hit up here as well. It would also get this wave. So we'd see some kind of a 5th wave move here. So this all of a sudden becomes an ending wave here somehow, and then we come down.
Okay.
Something like that. And there's room for it to come up. So, we're just waiting for so the key is be patient for the trade setup to develop. So for Bitcoin, for instance, if we believe this is the top of wave, the 5th of the 5th of 5, so this is the first wave down, we got a 3-wave pullback. This is the area you want to think about shorting. Why? Well, when you wait for this and you're patient for this, here's your entry, here's your stop. Look how close they are. You can trade an idea. You can trade the idea with very low risk.
It's a good risk to reward.
Huge reward, a very low risk. But so you have to learn, if you're trading something else, you look for the same types of setups, right? And so, for instance, I would never, like from where we are, I'd never go long on XRP right now. Even if I thought it was coming up here. Why? Because if you go down to the 5-minute time frame,
it's almost done.
Well, let's go to 15-minute. You see the divergence here on the 15-minute there? This looks like some kind of a 5-wave move. So I would expect a 3-wave down. So if I wanted to go long on XRP, for instance, I'm waiting for this. I would make the market give me that before I would ever think about taking a long.
Right.
So you have to, guys, train your mind to understand where the low risk entries are. Just because you think the market's going up doesn't mean you have an entry right now. The entry, you got to make the market give you the entry. And if it doesn't give you the entry, you're going to have to wait for it to be done, let it give you a pullback, let it reset the RSI and give you that hidden bullish divergence we like to see, and then take it long. But you got to let the market give you the pullback. So you missed the last long opportunity right here. There was 3 waves right there. That was your long opportunity if you think long was the direction. If you think short's the direction, well, we're kind of in the zone right now. But we don't have a great 3-wave shape here. That's my only problem with XRP right now. We don't have the best 3-wave shape. It's not giving me the warm fuzzies. So what does that mean? I don't know. What does that mean for the rest of the market? I don't know. I'm not sure. Makes me think we get some kind of little down move here, and then another hit to the high, breaks the high, and then comes down. So then we have a 3, and then maybe a 5 before we go up. So I'm just guessing. I really don't know. I don't like XRP in light of the rest of the market. So it's making me question and be properly skeptical about my idea for Bitcoin. So guys, remember, can I remind you as much as you like an account and a trade setup, and as much as I've been sharing this particular short setup, it's here now. But what needs to accompany your idea and your trade setup in your mind, the proper what? Just repeat it so you remember. You need
Risk management.
Yeah, but you need, yes, in order to have good risk management, you have to have a proper skepticism, a cynicism about your count. Sometimes you believe your count's too much, and it will get you into trouble. How do I know this? I have
Experience.
I experience. Oh yeah. So guys, a count is a count, and what is a count? It's an idea. It's only an idea. That idea is not valid until it validates itself or invalidates itself. It's not, So for me, I like to trade my ideas until they become invalid, especially if I see something on the chart. So for me, I really, really like this as a flat. I mean, I'm just sold on it. But that sends up red flags for me. Why, Seth? Why does that send up red flags?
Because it's too pretty. Too pretty.
Yeah, it's too pretty. So where's the shenanigans? So I'm looking for shenanigans. I'm properly skeptical here. I understand that they could give me a really big green candle to the upside and take it up to those higher targets, right? They could extend this with a move like this. I'm not saying they're going to, but they could if they wanted to.
Maybe the shenanigans are meta shenanigans. The
Ah,
most shenanigan thing you can do is nothing at all.
and give me a beautiful, every now and then, just give me a beautiful wave. But that's why I'm trading that wave. I'm trading it because it looks beautiful, and until it doesn't. So where am I going to enter my trade? Well, let me remind you. I'm going to go down to the 1 minute chart because that's now. Am I trading the 1 minute chart on this particular setup? No, I've been trading the 1 minute chart today, but on this particular setup, I'm looking at this as an ABC. This was my first wave to the downside, ABC. I'm looking for my short in this range right here. If the market gives that to me and gives me a break of the structure to the downside, I'm going to make sure I take I'll probably fire a bullet. If it breaks structure and pulls back, I'll fire another bullet maybe. And my stop is going to be up here. I will have a hedge position that will be set up conditional, ready to rock if I'm wrong.
Looks good.
So there's my trade plan, guys. Again, I might be wrong, but I've shared all the ideas that I can think of. There's probably one I'm not thinking of, and it's probably the way that's going to play out. So, but hopefully you're getting an idea for the method here of what we're doing and how to trade it. Have a fantastic day, guys. I got a roast in there calling my name. I've been cooking it all day, and now it's finally the smell has permeated the sunroom. It's like the green invisible, the invisible little finger smell is calling me. Like you see on
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Have a great night, and I'll be around. Just tag me if you need anything. See yous.
Hi, Jim.